Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chisom, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I achieve my everyday makeup look, and this is going to be an in-depth tutorial. I'm also going to give different options for products that I use. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see how I achieve my everyday makeup look, then stay tuned. First up is skin prep. Skin prep is a very crucial step in achieving a flawless makeup routine because it helps with your base and it helps with the longevity of your makeup look as well. For my skin prep, I use a bunch of products. First, I go in with the cien toner. I use this to clean my face, and then after it dries, I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturiser, and then after that, I also use sunscreen. There's 3 options of sunscreens from the ones I've tried that I would recommend. First one is this Heart Leaf Silky Moisture Sun Cream from Aqua. This is also really good. It has SPF 50. Another one I would recommend is this Cien sun cream, and also the Garnier Hydra Protect sun cream. So usually I would use one of these 3 sun creams. So this is how I put my moisturizer, and then I just rub that in. And then I go in with a sunscreen. You have to make sure to apply all over your face. Make sure every part of your face gets the moisturizer and the sunscreen, even your forehead. Please apply makeup on your forehead. Thank you. After skin prep, then you go in with your primer. I have 2 options for primer. First, we have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Then we also have the Essence Jelly Grip Primer. Both of these are really good options, and they're also affordable, so I'd recommend any of these 2 for your primer. When applying your primer, you want to be generous enough. Obviously not applying too much, but just enough around your face to make sure that your makeup stays for a long time. Sometimes I also put some on my hand and then just rub it in the inner corners of my eyes and on my nose, like that. The primer that's on the rest of my face, I just massage that in. A very important thing about primer is you have to let it dry. You have to let your primer dry. If you go in with your makeup immediately after your primer, then it's going to be patchy and you're going to look a mess. The good thing is, while your primer is drying, you can do your brows. Yeah, so I use the e.l.f. Brow Lift to do my brows. This is what I use for my brows. You can get a pack of these from a shop for super cheap. You don't have to spend too much money on these. Then I just use the back of the spoolie and dip it into the jar, and I apply generously on my brow, just making sure that every hair on your brow gets the brow gel to make sure they all stand. Do the same for your second brow as well. You're gonna use this side and you're gonna stand the hairs up like this. You can see they look laminated, so you want them to look like this, and then you do the same here. See, now they look laminated. Don't worry, this is not how we're leaving our brows. You're still gonna use the same side you used to push them upwards, and you're gonna carve them the shape that you want, just like that. So it's gonna look like this. Beautiful. Now your primer is dry and your brows are done, so the next thing you're going to go in with is foundation. Before my foundation, I usually use the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I use this underneath my foundation and I feel like it gives me a glowy and more luminous makeup look, and that's what I really like. For foundation, I use Maybelline Superstay foundation. Sometimes I use the L'Oreal True Match Skin Tint. So these would be my 2 go-to foundations. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match today. So I'm gonna apply the e.l.f. Halo Glow. Mine is in the shade medium/tan. I just go in with it on the side of my face, and then I put some on my chin, and I put a bit on my forehead as well. So just like this. Then I go in with a fluffy brush and then I pat into my face, so like this. I know some people like to use beauty blenders, but I prefer to use a brush. I feel like it gives me a more even distribution of my product. I also find that the brush helps with easier application, and you can see the glow that the e.l.f. Halo Glow is giving. This is why I really like it, because it just gives that like shine. There's different products that you can use to get this glow effect. It doesn't have to be the e.l.f. one. You can use Charlotte Tilbury. I know Catrice Cosmetics has one, and also Say has one as well. So you have a bunch of choices if you want to get this kind of glow, and like you're not restricted to just the e.l.f. one. This is just my personal preference. Then I'm gonna go in with the skin tint. Mine is in the shade Tan, and I just shake that a bit before applying. And then I just apply on my face. I apply only on the two sides of my face. I don't apply on my forehead or on my chin. It's better to apply it little by little and get the like amount that you want than to put too much foundation on your face, because then it's gonna be cakey. So I only put it on the two sides of my face, and then I blend it all over. When I apply my foundation like this, I drag my brush down a bit and then I dab it in. I don't just go and dab it in because it's all in one area. So I drag it down like this on the both sides, and then I dab it in. And don't forget your forehead. See how like my forehead is still covered in product, but then in the start I didn't actually put the foundation on my forehead? Yeah. And you have to make sure you properly blend your foundation. Like you don't just blend it for 2 seconds and say that you're done. You have to make sure like you fully blend your foundation, because you're just gonna look cakey. Like your top lip is also part of your face. Please also add in your top lip. I'm blending out my foundation. I try to avoid my under eyes because concealer is already gonna go there, and I usually sometimes I go in with a lighter concealer. So I just feel like if you apply foundation on your under eye as well, then it's just gonna be too much product on your under eye, and it's gonna lead to your concealer caking. So that's just the important thing. You have to use enough product but not too much product, because then you're gonna look a mess. Next, I'm gonna go in with contour. For contour, I also have two options. First, I have the contour stick from Sephora collection, and then I also have the e.l.f. Halo Glow contour wand. I use the Sephora collection one on my forehead, on my cheekbone, and on my jawline, and then I use the e.l.f. one for my nose and my upper eye. So going in with the contour stick, I use it here, placement, here, my jawline. So this is the placement that I use for the contour stick. Using the contour wand, I go on the edge of my nose and here and here. I just want to make it clear that having two different contours is optional. Like I could use this for the bridge of my nose. I just prefer using the e.l.f. one because I already have the two of them. I'm like, okay, why not? But like you don't have to buy two different contours. You could just buy the one. Now when blending your contour, you want to use an angled brush, something like this. So you go in with your brush and then you dab it in. When you're blending in your contour, you also want to blend upwards. You don't want to blend downwards because then your face will look muddy and drag down, and we don't want that. So you're gonna dab it like this. And I also bring it like upwards like that. And you're just gonna, you have to be patient when you're blending to make sure that you get like a nicely blended look. You have to have patience. So you're just gonna keep dabbing it in. Sometimes I also do my face like this. Just keep blending. Don't stop. Keep blending. See? And now my face looks chiseled. That's what you want. That's the outcome that you want with the contour. Nicely blended. Now for your forehead, with the same angled brush, you're gonna blend it, but you're gonna blend it backwards towards your hairline. So when you're blending, you don't like bring it towards your forehead. You blend it like that. And you make sure you blend it properly. Like if you stop like this, you can still see the lines of the contour, and you don't want that. You want it to be fully well blended into your foundation to make it look like your skin is bronzed. So you just keep blending and blending in like a backward motion. Can you see how like it's literally coming from my hairline, so my face just looks bronzed, sun-kissed, like summer bronzed. That's what you want. Yeah. And then for your jawline, you just go like this, bringing it up here and here. See? And now your face is well contoured, like you look good. Then for my nose, sometimes I use a smaller brush, but that's not with me right now. So I'm gonna go in with the same contour brush and just like drag my nose one upwards like this. And I drag it into my eyelids like that. So you can see like the bridge of my nose looks thinner. That's what you want. The one on the top of my nose, I just blend like this and I put the excess here. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. concealer. Because I'm going for a more natural look, I'm gonna use one that is close to my skin tone or close enough to my skin tone. But if you want like a full beat, you can use one close to your skin tone and then go in with a lighter concealer. But that's not what we're going for today. We're going for that another day, another video. For my everyday look for my concealer, I don't do too much. I just put the concealer underneath my eyes and a bit on my forehead. Like I don't re-dip it when I'm putting it on my forehead because I don't want too much on my forehead. Now that the concealer is on, you're gonna let it sit for a few minutes. Sit, not sleep. Don't leave your concealer for 10 minutes because you're trying to let it set. Like it's gonna dry and you're not gonna be able to blend it. But for the e.l.f. one, I leave it for like a minute and a half. I don't leave it for too long. So when your concealer is dried down for a bit, now it's time to blend. I use this brush to blend my concealer. One thing I have to tell you, patience is your best friend when you're blending your concealer. Like you don't need to rush. You need to calm down and blend that concealer like your life depends on it. I go in with the brush and then I also have my mirror to make sure that it's properly blended. And then you start with the outer corners. Make sure that those are blended in. And because I only applied to the corner of my eye, when I'm blending it out, I bring it to the rest of my eye. So you want to raise your eye up as well and just blend that in. And you don't want to take your concealer too out of your face. I usually stop where my eyebrow stops. So I stop here, or sometimes I stop here. You don't want to like take your concealer out of place, because why are you making your concealer run? Where is it going? Exactly. So you just blend in place, raise eye up and blend. And it's gonna look like this. Flawless blend. No eye bags, nothing. See? Now it's nicely blended. Like you need to calm down. You need to take your time when you're blending your concealer to make sure that it looks like this. Basically like what? Now to blend the one on your forehead, I'm gonna move upwards so you can see that properly. When I'm blending the top, I like actually use the middle of the brush. When you're blending the concealer, you're using like here to like go upwards, but when I'm blending the forehead, I use the actual like mount of the brush and I just like dab it here. Then you're trying to blend that in with your contour and your foundation, so I just dab it here like that and then I bring it down. See, everything is going in nicely. So now your concealer is nicely blended. After I blend my concealer, I go back in with my contour brush and use that excess. I don't add any other product. I just blend here to help to remove any excess concealer. Now it just looks like the concealer ended where you want it to end, which is here. It also helps the contour to like blend into the concealer for a seamless look. And now it doesn't even look like I have too much concealer on. It just looks like I have no eye bags, and that's what you're going for. Now you're gonna go in with cream blush. I use the She Glam cream blush palette. I think this is very beginner friendly and it has 6 different shades, so this is also a very good option. The shade I'm going to use is this one in the middle. So you just dab in as much as you want. Blush blindness is real. Please calm down. Like, we can see your excess blush, but anyways, just dab it in and pat. Don't smile. Don't smile when you're applying your blush, because then it's gonna look a mess. So just stay your face normal and apply your blush. This is where I put my blush placement, because I want my face to look higher up. So I put my blush here and I take it upwards like that. If you're using powder blush later on, then you should go lightly with your cream blush, because your powder blush is also going to like elevate the look of the cream blush. So there's no need to be putting too much cream blush upwards. Can you see how nice the face is coming together? It's so important to blend everything. Like, you want it to marinate together. Where the contour and the concealer meet, the blush is kind of like passing it and melting in with the contour from up here. So it just looks so like natural. Now your cream products are applied. You're gonna go in with a setting mist. I use the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Mist. You're gonna use that to set in your cream products. Shake and drench your face with the setting mist. Oof, yeah. It might seem like too much, but you want your face to last all day, so you need to set it properly. You're gonna let your setting spray dry. I like fan down my face because I don't want to sit down too long waiting for setting spray to dry. So I just like help it by fanning it down. After your setting spray is dry, you're gonna go in with powder to set your under eyes. So I use the H&B Soft Focus Loose Powder, and this is the shade Translucent, one of my favorite powders. I literally love this powder. Take your powder puff, dab it into the powder like that. Dab it into the powder, and then you're gonna dab it at the back of your hand to make sure you get all the excess off, because you don't want too much powder on your face. To set your under eye, I usually start from my nose and then I go here, but I raise my eye up to avoid any creases, and then I come back and do that again. And you can see the difference, like difference between the two. Like, that's why powder is so important. You need to set your concealer. Powder puff, dab in, dab on, set. I put it on my upper lip, on my chin, and I also put some on my forehead. And this is me with the powder. Can you see how like matte my face looks? So now you want to bring back nourishment into your face, and so you're gonna go back in with your setting spray and drench your face. And now the powder is gonna melt into everything on your face, and you're just gonna look like a gem. A gem. To fasten the process, I fan my face so that I'm not sitting down for too long waiting for the setting spray to dry. You can just fan your face. You don't even have to get like a fan. Like, you can just get paper and fan your face. After your setting spray dries, then you're gonna go in with powder blush. I'm gonna be using the NYX Buttermilk blush, and this is in the shade Butter Than Before. I love this shade because it's a nice like berry kind of shade. These are super pigmented, so I don't want too much. I dab it once, tap, and just tap. Can you see how pigmented that is? Like, I even put too much. I feel like I put too much blush, so if you ever feel like you put too much blush, beauty blender is your best friend. Like, don't be ashamed to blend. Like, just go in with your beauty blender and blend that excess blush away, and then just apply your powder blush on the other side too. So whenever I apply powder blush, I always take my beauty blender and just dab off any excess that I might have. And look at the blush. After your powder blush, you're gonna go in with powder bronzer. We're using this Makeup Revolution Super Bronzer. Take your contour brush and you're gonna put your bronzer everywhere that you put your contour. Using a little bit might make you feel like you're not doing anything, but you're using it to set your contour from earlier. So I just put it in the places that I put my contour. I'm just gonna apply that bronzer everywhere that you put contour. Perfection. Are you not liking how you're looking so far? And then for eyeshadow, I actually use my bronzer. The powder bronzer shade is really close to like my actual eyes, so I always use my powder bronzer as eyeshadow when I'm going for like an everyday look. To use my concealer brush, I roll it into the bronzer, close my eyes, and apply. You can see the like small difference it made, but it's not too much. That's exactly what I want. So whichever eyeshadow you decided to use, just put on your eyes like that. After eyeshadow, you're gonna go in with mascara. I'm gonna use this Maybelline Sky High mascara. You have to be careful when applying your mascara to make sure that your wand doesn't touch like your top eye, or when you're applying it on your bottom lashes so it doesn't touch your under eye. Apply mascara on your bottom lashes. There was a time I didn't used to apply mascara on my bottom lashes, and I don't know why. Like, it literally just makes the look so much better. Like, look at how my eyes are now, and look at them when I have mascara on my bottom lashes. It makes such a big difference. Like, can you see like the difference the mascara on the bottom lashes makes? Now to my favorite part of my makeup, my lip combo. Your lip combo is very important. Like, baby, get that lip liner. So I clean the makeup off my lips. You're gonna get a lip liner of your choice. For this one, I'm gonna use a brown lip liner. I'll be using this plumping lip liner from Catrice. So you're just gonna line your lips accordingly. I don't overline my lips. I just personally don't like how it turns out. But if that's what you go for, then lightly overline your lips. Your lip does not start here, bro. Like, so my bottom first. And when I'm doing my top lip, I draw a V to the shape of my lip, then I connect it. And then you're gonna go in with a lip gloss of choice. Today I'm gonna use the e.l.f. lip oil. This one is in the shade Red Delicious, and you just apply your gloss. T. Yeah, and then for the final step, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal 3-second setting mist, and you just shake your setting spray and apply. Just like that. And dare I say, flawless. I do say, this is the final look. Like, it's so satisfying to be able to know how to do your own makeup. Even if you don't like doing makeup every day, or like you do love doing makeup every day, you just don't know how to. Like, teach yourself how to do your makeup. So you can just sit down and just create magic on your face, you know? Like, that brings us to the end of this video. So this was the final look for the makeup. Let me know in the comments if you guys found this tutorial helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and also turn your notifications on so you know the next time I post. I will be posting more makeup tutorials for different makeup looks, eye looks, all the whole shebang. So do come back to my page and don't miss out on these amazing makeup tutorials. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more makeup tutorials, but I will do many more in-depth tutorials on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.